And welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Justin Kish. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. Today, guys, we're here talking about the UFC as it was just announced. Anthony Showtime Pettis has posted an Instagram photo basically saying that he's going to be competing at the 145 division, aka the featherweight division, in his upcoming fight. There's no officially booked fight, but he will be going down to the 145-pound division. This is a good thing for him. You know, it's a big change of scenery for him. You know, we have seen him fight at welterweight back in 2008. We have seen him fight in the lightweight division where he won not only the WEC lightweight championship, but he's also won the UFC lightweight championship at UFC 164 where he defeated Benson Henderson. He would go on to face Gilbert Melendez, and then from there he lost to Rafael Dos Anjos at UFC 185. But that is when things started taking a big turn for him. He would go on to lose two more fights back to back, losing to Eddie Alvarez in a very close split decision, and then most recently at UFC 197 back in April, he lost to Edson Barboza. But back-to-back losses, 3 straight losses. Anthony Showtime Pettis now sees himself at number 7 in the UFC rankings in the lightweight division. He's now back on the road to trying to get back into title contention, and I think that his impact in the lightweight division, you know, he has to take on at least 3, maybe 4 fights to get back into the title shot picture. And, you know, he's obviously going to end up getting, you know, guys within the top 15. But, you know, it's going to be a long journey, you know, back there. So, you know, when you go back and you look into the featherweight division, one of the UFC's strongest divisions, this is where you can put on some great fantasy fights. This is something that I'm very excited to see. Anthony Pettis made the right decision making this announcement. And, you know, we look at the top 15. You know, there's a lot of things going on, and there's still a lot of fighters that are not even booked for fights. But you don't want to immediately throw, you know, Anthony Pettis into the wolves. You know, this is the first time for him. You know, like I said, we've seen him go up in weight. We have not seen him go down in weight. He's a natural lightweight, but he has never gone, you know, beyond welterweight. So going down to featherweight, and you look at the top 15, he's not going to immediately get, you know, a top 5 guy, a top 4 guy. He's not going to get any of those guys. You're obviously going to end up, you know, backing him up to possibly the top 10, you know, which is still good because it can still keep him around. I wanted to see him book a fight against Yair Rodriguez. You know, he is not a high-ranked opponent. He's number 13. Anthony Pettis is going into the featherweight division as an unranked fighter, so he has got to make a name for himself. I think that he can beat Kawajiri. I think he can beat Bektik. I think he can beat those 2 guys. Give him a much more of a difficult opponent. Some say he should have fought. You know, he should fight Darren Elkins. Darren Elkins is already fighting. He's scheduled to fight Godofredo Pepe, so it's not going to happen. I think that, you know, Yair Rodriguez is going to be the best opponent for him to start, and then from there you can also, you know, think about fights with him and Brian Ortega. But do you really want to immediately give, you know, Anthony Pettis, a guy who's on a 3-fight losing streak, to face a guy in the top 10? I still think he needs to take a fight outside the top 10 before officially, you know, starting a winning streak or whatever the case may be before possibly going into for the title run. I know we all wanted to see the Jose Aldo fight. I think it was like UFC 186, I want to say it was, right before when Chan Sung Jung filled in for Anthony Pettis, who injured his knee. So, you know, there was a lot of, you know, hopes for that. So maybe we can eventually see that fight happen. Now that Anthony Pettis is now going down to featherweight. So what do you think, what do you guys think about this? Do you think that he's going to end up getting a top 15 opponent? Is he going to get someone outside the top 15? Could he get Brian Ortega? Could he get Dennis Bermudez? Could he get Yair Rodriguez? There's just a lot of, you know, things, you know, ands, ifs, or buts about this. So let me hear your guys' opinion about this. My name is Justin Kish, and I'll catch you guys in our next video.